tired of watching everybody's videos out there that are monotonous and boring, and they talk about shoulder pressing and bench pressing, and they do a whole bunch of talking over, which is, like I said, boring. Or it's 2.5 hours of talking about how cold a room is. So we're not going to do that. This is beautiful beards and probably a lot of more bullshit. So.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm Rick Simmons. I own Ironmonger's Gym.
I'm Adam Lighty. I train at Ironmonger's Gym. I don't own it, but I work out there.
Yeah, and that's Lighty.
Lighty.
I screw it up all the time. So
you're right.
Everybody get it right out there. You know, we're just simple guys. We have jobs. We have kids. We're married. Well, I'm fiancéed, so.
Fianced.
But I'm going to call her my wife because she's earned it, and it's still a year or two more away. So I don't know. Fiancé is just a weird ass word. Anyways, wife is much better and easier, and I don't know. I'm gonna go with that. But that's the premise. That, you know, we're kind of just like everybody else out there. So why not talk about what it's like to have that and still, you know, kick butt in training and be successful in our respected jobs, I guess.
Yeah.
Which Adam is, man. He's, I'm sure he'll tell you about it. But yeah, so we'll get into that. A little background. I grew up in Chicago. My parents are from there. They met out there. Went to school out there. Played sports out there. I actually went to school for computer science, graphic design, which will help for all this crap, that's for sure. But no, I do all the marketing at the gym, still using all that. I just got bored with it. I just got bored sitting around and listening to people tell me what they wanted after I thought it looked beautiful. And spend 5 hours, 6 hours on something, and then they go, no, I want to change this. So anyways, I've always worked out my whole life. I mean, I don't even know. I'm almost 40, so let's go 20 plus years of working out and a lot of different type of working out. So we'll get into that down the line. Maybe training for each part of my life and what I went through. But yeah, so started running camps after I came out here, or after I decided to get more into the, you know, working out, gym atmosphere or whatever, you know. I mean, I think I at one point just said I wanted to own a gym, and I didn't really know what I was going to do to get there, but now we're there. So started off with doing some camps for athletes and kids. After that, you know, we got pretty good following, so found a space, and we were doing one-on-one training, which was expensive, and it's hard for people to afford that. So my next goal was I got to get to an open gym. Plus, you know, it was just cool having more equipment and everything. Started to get back into powerlifting, which I haven't really done powerlifting since college. And that was my new love since I was done with football. I needed something competitive. And that went pretty well. A lot of people wanted to train, you know, at the small facility I had, but you know, it was just too tight, too cramped, hard, too expensive, like I said. So I made the leap, got a bigger space. It's like 3,000 square feet, right around there, and now we kick butt. It's obviously taken a while. Adam's been there, you know, pretty much since the beginning, or right around there, and he's seen it grow. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm trying to lay the blueprint out for any powerlifting gym up in this area, and it's going pretty well. So we have a strong team. You know, we, like I said, a lot of hardworking individuals in there. It's it's still coming, still growing. So, you know, we'll get more into that, I guess, later. I'll let you talk because I'm gonna run out of things to say and get way off track, which is what I usually do.
Born and raised here in San Diego in Oceanside. To El Camino High School. Didn't really leave too far away. Went to college at Cal State San Marcos, where I ran track there. Played a little bit of football in high school. Ran track in high school. Was okay enough to go to do it in college, so I decided to do that as a means to kind of still compete in something. Plus pass the time, and you know, you meet a whole bunch of different people, and it's something fun to do other than the typical experience. So as a teenager, I was skateboarding and doing all other stuff, riding bikes and all that stuff kids do. Well, used to do. I guess they don't do that anymore.
I didn't even get into teenager stuff. I don't even remember what I did.
Well, that's because when you were a teenager, you guys threw rocks at each other.
I'm 10 years older than I know it doesn't look that way. But yeah,
it's okay.
I'm 10 years the elder here.
So, yeah, I was in skateboarding, sustained a lot of injuries. Then got into kind of just lifting weights because I actually had broken my foot or my ankle, I forget which one. I was on crutches. And I remember walking around school on the crutches, and the girls would come up and they'd feel under my shirt, my little triceps I had. I was little. I was like 150 pounds, I had little muscles.
For when I do a throwback with your
wait a minute.
pictures, big old shades.
Oh,
and
that was college.
And shirtless.
I had these little triceps, and the girls were like, oh, so I was like, oh man, I can lift weights and get the girls. I'm gonna do that. So my friend got a weight set in his garage. We started doing that.
So that is how you got into lifting. That is why you got into lifting?
Yeah, that's why.
That's pretty good. I mean, I was like 6 foot tall and like 170 pounds, so it didn't work out.
My God.
I was like very
That's
skinny.
Well,
very skinny. Although it's crazy. See, when I was high school, when I got into high school, I was 5'6" and I wrestled 119
wait,
pounds.
5'6"?
And now,
I guess you were taller than me.
Yeah, well, 5'6", 119 pounds. So I went into high school playing quarterback. And now, I mean, now like you're talking about your little baby triceps, but now 6'4" and on the daily probably about 296, 295, we'll just say.
Okay.
So I mean, we ate well over the years.
Oh my
and
God.
you.
Well, yeah. When I started lifting, I was like, I had to be around 150, and I was like 5'9". I haven't grown a whole lot since then. So it was like 150, and I think this morning I weighed in at right now 275. But yeah, dude, it was just started lifting that.
And how much do you weigh now?
I just 275.
Oh, I didn't hear
it was
it
after
clearly.
breakfast.
I just want to make sure everybody understands.
275, 275 pounds. Nothing more, nothing less right now. But yeah, I got into that. So I was in marching band. Anyway. I played trumpet.
Now we're going back.
I played trumpet for 9 years.
I'm not gonna. I played trombone, so both of us have a little background.
That's fine. It's good because it teaches you kids
back
how to
in
be
the
smart.
day.
Right?
Back in the day, you were forced to take music.
Yeah.
What does every kid want to play when they go into when they forced to go in? Drums, right?
Yeah,
drums or guitar, right?
Yep.
So I didn't get
Not
either one of
everybody can do
those.
that.
So
especially if you have the
they
school
told me I had long arms, so I had to play trombone.
Figures.
Was not happy.
We had this thing before band practice on Wednesday nights called BFL. It was the band football league, and all the guys from band would go out and play on the football field after practice, after the football team would practice. So we're out there, and a couple of the coaches kind of were hanging around cleaning up, and they saw me running the ball, and I was pretty fast, and trucking people, and they were like, one of the coaches afterwards said, "Hey, come up here." And I thought we were in trouble because I guess we weren't supposed to be on the field playing, but we were going to practice there. Anyways, I thought I was in trouble. He was like, "Hey, what's your name? Da-da-da. Have you signed up for football at all?" I'm like, "No, I haven't. My brother brought home one of the sheets, but he's like, take it and you fill it out." So I had my mom fill it out, and the next year, senior year, I played football.
So you only played your senior year?
Yeah.
So out of all the stick kids, you were the biggest stick kid.
Yeah.
And you got called to play football. Hey, that's pretty good.
Well, so I went from there. That was my junior year. I was like maybe 155, 160 pounds or so, and I really wasn't focused on gaining weight or lifting. And then that summer, I really got into it. I was pounding protein. I had muscle milk at the time, trashed. But that peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I was just pounding food, and I went up to 185 pounds in one summer, and came back to football practice, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. That was my sophomore to junior year. My sophomore to junior year, I grew 6 inches, had tons of pain in my knees that were growing pains. I actually had to go to the doctor because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And they just told me it was growing.
Yeah,
so 6 inches, and I put on about 45 pounds because I actually learned how to work out. And Yeah, and I came back and my head coach did not even recognize me. So that was pretty funny.
Jeez,
what position are you out here for to play, son? Quarterback,
Yeah.
coach.
Back from last year.
Well, here we're going to introduce you to tight end or defensive
Yeah.
end. and there I stayed. So.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. That much growth that quick.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm sure we'll talk about that as we go through this whole, all these different videos and talks we have about going from a beginner stage to a more advanced, intermediate, whatever phases you want to go through, and kind of how genetics play a huge role into that. But I touched the weights and got bigger and got strong, and I didn't realize how strong I was. So we had football testing day, and they had a squat 315. I never squatted in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what to do. And it's a football squat, so it's just an inch below quarter. So it's 315 was the test, and I'm up. It's my turn to go, and I hit it for like 4 reps, and the coach was like, "What the hell?" And I ain't never squatted before.
I would say that's pretty good back then. Yeah.
And squeaked out like 2 reps on 185 on bench, which was about my weight, which I'd never really benched before.
20 years later, and you hit a hitter more than that now. For
Yeah, a little bit.
A hair more reps.
Just a little bit.
Pretty good.
So kind of did that and evolved through that, and then football was over. Went into track and field. I did okay, and then it was up to go to college, and I had no idea where I was going to go. No idea. I had signed up or sent an app to USC, and I was going to go to San Diego State because they had football, and then my counselor was like, "No, it's impacted. You're not going to get in.
Yeah.
You're in North County. They're going to send you to Cal State." I'm like, "I want to go play football," and they're like, "Nope." So I signed up. Sent an app to Cal State, and within like a week I heard back, and then I went. The first time I'd ever been on the campus was my orientation for college. Went, found out they had a track team, talked to the coaches, and got on, and I was there for about 5 years, and had various injuries and hamstrings and calves, so it wasn't the most illustrious career. I would get to a certain point and get hurt and have to go back, but I met a guy there my first day for track practice, this guy Joey Olszewski, and he was doing strongman competitions. He was one of our throwers, bigger dude, and he grabbed me by the neck. He goes, "Hey, pencil neck, you're coming to work out with me." Literally like one of those movie type scenarios.
Yeah.
And because I was bigger than all the track guys, I was probably 190 pounds at this point, and all the other guys I was racing with were like 145 to 160.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to nickname him a fat boy and tortilla chest. So we go and we do this leg workout, and he absolutely is just brutal. But I made it all the way through, and we trained together for like 2 years straight after that.
I think that, I don't know, there's always a point at some kids' life where they, if they're gonna get into lifting, that's how it is. Somebody grabs them from, somebody above them, bigger and stronger, grabs them and says, "Hey, you come with me." I mean, that's kind of what the gym is like now, right?
Yeah.
We just grab a bunch of the younger guys and make them lift with us. So, don't be afraid of those people.
Yeah, one of the huge things about the differences between today and back then is you don't really have that too much anymore at the commercial gym. I'll see guys struggling with stuff, and you go in and like, "Hey, when you deadlift, maybe you shouldn't look like a scared cat or a pooping dog. Lighten the weight and they just look at you like you're speaking a foreign language. It's like, get the hell away from me. I don't need your help." Yeah. And it's just, the times have changed so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I really wanted to go to the open gym too. Was one, I can just pass on to a lot more people. But when I had the one-on-one and I was trying to go after athletes, so many of the high schools out here are just have these beautiful weight rooms. I mean, honestly, they're like amazing now. I didn't have anything like that. We did a bunch of circuits when I was going through high school. That's probably why I was 135 pounds all through my sophomore year. But I just felt like there was no competition with the equipment. Like, we have the best equipment that I can buy in my gym, but the better part is the experience and the knowledge.
Yeah.
That's what the high schools don't have yet. They have, most of the time it's, one of the coaches, acting as the strength coach, which it's fine. I'm sure they have some experience too, but handling 30 kids is pretty tough. Not every kid's gonna get it. So, with the gym now, that's the whole point is, everybody has knowledge in that gym. When somebody comes in, I tell them, "Listen, you don't have, I'm not the end all be all, you know, you have Adam over there, you have Sean over there, you have, you know, so and so. All those people have knowledge and all those people can teach you something. So, you know, that's what the gym is like now. So anyways, you know, if you're looking for a good place to train, look for a place like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so huge because when you know, things are so different. And like I stated, I started when I was about 15 years old. I'm 30 now, so it's a good 15 years of training for football, track, bodybuilding.
Not being skinny.
Yeah, just a ton of stuff.
Wanting girls to touch you.
Yeah, dude, the sex muscles.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and now powerlifting for the last couple of years, and I know you've been training how many years? 20 years now at this point, maybe more.
A lot, like you said. You know, didn't want girls to be afraid of me. You know,
Which they still are.
The performance, yeah. You know, obviously football and wrestling was what I pretty much did. Although I played every single sport you could possibly play in high school, and I'm not lying. It's gonna take all my fingers, but I swear to God, I never went home on the regular bus ever.
It's a short bus.
It probably was, but. I'm gonna go through them all real quick. So, football, wrestling, basketball. If you're watching us, we have kids. They're probably gonna show up, and you're gonna hear them. So, just say hi. But football, wrestling, basketball. I actually played volleyball. I swam. I dove. Yep.
Diving?
I actually was really good. I was actually really good at swimming because I was lanky and tall.
Yeah.
What else, man? There is a bunch. Baseball. Yeah, I played pretty much every sport. I even bowled competitively. Not in my high school. Oh, hockey.
Well, anywhere like east of California, I think all kids play hockey.
It's crazy though. Hockey is huge out here.
Yeah.
Huge. There's a monster competition going on at Delmar this last week.
My best friend
What does my kid want to play?
Hockey.
Hockey. He wants to play hockey, which is
we played that in the street all the time.
Yeah.
I was the goalie. Chad and Jesse.
I mean, I just think California in general is such a hotbed for trade because you can do anything year round, pretty much, you know. So, but anyways, yeah, I did all sports. So learning how to lift for sports became my main focus. And then as you go through the levels, you know, obviously it's not just talent that gets you there; it's hard work, and then you know, compounded on that, it's hard work, talent, smarts, you know,
time,
dedication,
yeah,
all that. So, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, then some bodybuilding after all that ended because you just want to look good, you know. And then powerlifting because, you know, I just wanted to feel like shit most of the time and kill my body.
Well, Rick's been powerlifting since there was like 4 people in here.
My first meet I ever did, there was one other person in my weight class. It was over at Camp Pendleton. It was me and another guy, and we were done by 2:30. And most meets now don't end till, you know, what, about 7?
Yeah, 5:30, 6,
If you stay for awards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's changed a lot, which is good. I'm the sports girl in powerlifting. I mean, that's what we are now. I mean, you're talking to the, you're able to see the, what are you, 7th ranked 275 pounder right here. So, and we're going to get more into our lifting competitions that we have coming up. I got one coming up soon. Adam's going to be doing the small meet. What's it called? The U.S. Open. That's what it is. The U.S. Open. So. But anyways, we'll wrap this up so we can move on to good stuff. So what we're gonna do? What do we got down here? What do we got for future? If we're lucky, we'll do some product reviews. Maybe talk about some beard stuff. I mean, that is the first word of the title.
Yes. Other tools that we use in training and things we find useful. And we'll probably show you some stuff around the gym too.
Yeah, we'll dig in there. We'll try and record some workout stuff and throw clips in there so you guys can, I don't know, the working out stuff. I know it's all good, and we can talk about technique a little bit and stuff like that. Absolutely. But it's probably more what you'll hear because sometimes it's a lot of lifting and just the positive reinforcement that goes on between the lifters that are going.
Yeah.
You know, oh, this was that, and this looked good, and whatever. So, what else?
Probably do a lot of talk around powerlifting kind of in general because that's kind of what we do. But so some current events in powerlifting, who's doing kind of what, because there's not a whole lot of that out there.
Probably a lot of powerlifting memes because that's how we make it through our day.
Big time. And, there's talk about our training, our training history, kind of in some more depth there. Like Rick said, training for meets, how we both approach meet prep, because I think it's just a little bit different how we look at our programming and training and recovery and that stuff. Just to kind of see some of that. I want to talk about what it's kind of like to have a regular 9 to 5 job, being a dad and doing all those other things, and
make
trying to be a high level powerlifter.
Yeah, I mean, we're not trying to slow down with you. You know, Adam's going in there with big aspirations, and I'm right behind him. And again, he's definitely a good example of what it takes to be successful. You know, have kids, all that, and still make it up to the gym, which the gym is what, half an hour?
Yeah,
right? About half an hour. So, and
the gym is how far for you? I mean, 2 minutes.
Well, 5 minutes, but that was your choice. You used to live close to
it. I did. And I think Rick's going to go over some stuff, of course, about being a business owner.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people probably think, oh, you're at the gym, you lift all the time. Shit, man, I hardly ever lift. In fact, there are probably more days that I go in and have to talk myself into lifting. Or, you know, like a lot of the times I know when the busy times are, and that's when I want to be available for people, so I try not to work out during those times, which is hard because then I'm working out with myself and maybe one other person in the middle of the day when it's slow. Yeah. You know, and I don't get why Adam just doesn't want to take off in the middle of the day to come work out. I mean, it's only a job.
I know.
But we're definitely gonna need more bullshit in this. You know, we're talking a lot about lifting, but
there'll be plenty of bullshit.
I think more. You know, maybe the bullshit is don't be afraid to drink lots of sugary drinks and eat candy.
Yeah. Caffeine.
See if we can work on a Sour Patch Kid sponsorship. Anybody out there that watches this? We'll put up the address of the gym if you want to send Sour Patch Kids.
Absolutely.
You bribe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it'll be cool. Definitely going to try and make it a lot more interesting than just sitting here talking about lifting. Or at least if we talk about lifting, we'll figure out a way to make it somewhat enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty enjoyable as it is just staring at the camera.
All right.